Hey there, Aries fam. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining me. This round, let's do a tarot reading that focuses on what you have to look forward to, the kind of positive vibes that you have to look forward to for February of 2025. Okie dokie, I have already pre-shuffled, so let's go ahead and cut the decks together. Starting with the archetypes. The offering, interesting. The gift, the present, the sacrifice. Unlike many of the other cards in this deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. As you may have guessed, it is time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. If nothing comes to mind immediately, though it's likely it will, take time in meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. Goodness, fam, what are we doing? What's going on in February? My goodness. Let's see about the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck and see how they vibe together. What? It's basically the same point, fam. It's basically the same point. You've been alive, sure. You've been waking up, doing what you need to get through your day, going back to sleep, repeat. Have you been living, though? Truly living? I think you need to hear this now more than ever. Your life is incredibly precious. Out there, the world awaits you. Now is the time to make good moments and learn to treasure them as they come. So, to me, that's pretty much just going along with the archetype card, that you're not meant to be stashed away, toiling, you know what I mean? Just doing all the hard work and not getting to enjoy and explore the world all around you, right? You're meant to be living and enjoying your life. So, whatever you've been hiding, it's time to share it. Let's see if we can get some clarification. I don't know, it's YouTube, we'll find out. Either way, we're going to make sure that mood stays light. I like to think of the tarot as a story. So let's see what kind of story we shall enjoy this round. What's chapter 1? My goodness gracious, the Ace of Wands. So, Aries, we already have that fire going on. I like to think, people like to call this the Witch of the Tarot. I like to put her up there with the Magician. The Queen and King of Wands have both been through so much, and they're like phoenixes rising from the ashes, but like literally. You've gone through so much trial and error, and you've learned so much, you've gained so much wisdom, so much. Through it all, you still have this ability to nurture, right? And there's definitely something about you that you're meant to be helping, or just working with others, doing something with others. Like, you have an effect So whether you're creative or you're a baker, I guess, you know, that's creative. It's just a different form of art, right? Right? Noms. But you know what I mean? Like there's something that you've kept to yourself. Maybe you've just considered it a hobby or something. There's something that you're really good at that you're meant to be sharing with others rather than keeping it to yourself. What's chapter 2? Well, this visual, whatever your belief system, this visual is a gift from the heavens. So the question is, are you going to accept it? But like I said, it's dealing with your creativity, your passion, right? There's so much that you've been through. Cool. Now it's time for this. Now it's time. This can just simply represent new ideas, new creative ideas, new passions that you've been able to give life to at this point, right? With everything that you've gone through, and it's the vibe check, right? Chapter 3. Boosh. This is growth and expansion. So maybe you've been doing just fine day in, day out, and now it's time for more. And you've got this beautiful golden setting, right? You can think desert, but there's boats out there. That's water. It's a beautiful golden sky. And this perfect vista point standing there. Look, they're wearing red. That's passion. That's blood. That's love. It's time for more. What's chapter 4? There we go. There are things that are being left behind. Things that used to really stress you out and caused you a lot of internal struggle. You know, that's really just been playing with your mind and messing with your head. And now you're taking all of the wisdom that you've learned from life and experience and work. You know, maybe you've changed careers. Maybe you're changing careers. Maybe you've always longed to. And you know exactly what you would do if you thought you could. Why can't you? Who's holding you back? Because it shouldn't be anyone else other than ourselves. And if it's ourselves, well, this is a movement toward healing, calmer waters. You know, whether there are those that you're bringing with you, your family, or if these are representing parts of you, right? Your inner child. That side of you that's been too tender to share, that you've protected. And notice that there's still a wand present, although it doesn't have any buds on it like all of the rest, all of them. But it's still a wand. It's still your creativity and your passion driving you, and you've got courage now, like never before. What's going to come up underneath the Queen of Wands? Jeez Louise, fam, my goodness. But it makes sense, right? Because you need air to stoke the flames, right? To keep it going. So this can be a spontaneous adventure. This could be a message coming in that really, really helps to embolden. It enables, man. It enables. Right? It's good messages. It's coming up underneath the Queen of Wands, who's right up there with the Magician. So that speaks to me of alchemy. This is something you've been waiting for, something you've been expecting, although you may not know what form it may arrive in. Phone call, an email. What's coming up underneath the Ace of Wands? The Page of Cups. Oh, remember to have fun, right? Remember that in all this growth and all this change and transformation that all of us have been going through recently, regardless of our astrological signs or moon signs or rising, remember to have fun and to enjoy your life. You're meant to. That's coming up underneath the Ace of Wands. So don't worry whether you can depend on someone else or not. You can depend on yourself just fine, and that's who you're supposed to be depending on. All of those skills, all of your abilities with confidence, secure within yourself, comfortable in your own skin, in your life, harnessing it, right? There's so much that's going on, and you are in control of it all. I mean, you know, co-creating with the divine, right? You still have your free will, but you're being coaxed. You're being coaxed out back to living again, really living, experiencing life, rather than thinking you're done learning. You're done. You've experienced all that there is to experience. Okay, move. You know what I mean? Go somewhere else. Start all over again, right? Whatever that means for you, figurative, literal, whatever that means to you, right? You know how to handle things. You know how to manage your money. You know what's important. You know what drives you. And you know how to honor that now better than ever. And it's really enabling you to make these moves and these efforts that you weren't ready for before. And that's okay. That was then, and this is now, right? What's coming up underneath the Three of Wands? The King of Cups. Oh, maybe there's someone who's going to help you expand, right? Or it's thanks to accepting the way you feel about things, about your life, the way you feel about the flow of life, that's enabling you, right? The giving and receiving, the ability to explore and go beyond what's comfortable and still be able to be comfortable within yourself. It helps that you got rid of all that bullshit. It really helps that you got rid of all that bullshit, babe. Now there's room for good shit to come in. That's the good news. So what's coming up underneath the Six of Swords? Ooh, another 6, eh? Another 6 with some stuff that might upset Daddy YouTube, so don't mind me as I find things. So, we can consider this of, now that you're at this point, vibe can match vibe when it comes to love as well. But what I really want to stress on with the Lover's card is what all it really truly means. And that is just love, the acceptance of love, honoring and accepting that it begins with you. It begins with me, you know, in our lives, right? So a part of all of this has been, I need to do these things in order to take care of myself. I need to do these things to be right with myself. But that's including coming out of your shell, your own personal version of a shell, right? There's balance and security that's able to happen now. Because you've got a lot of wand action going on and fire, but you also have water and air to help balance things, right? I feel like all of the readings for February have been very steeped in balance. But I'm also focusing on the positive vibes and the good that you have to look forward to. So maybe I'm biased, right? What's the epilogue to this story? Boosh. The Knight of Wands. Okay, but you know there's still a lot of passion. Right? This knight knows exactly what is going on, what the message is that they're going out with, that they're just going forth with out into the world. They know exactly what they're doing. They have the drive, they have the courage, they have that passion. This is what they were born to do, right? And through everything that they've been through previously, they're now impervious, right? They got the salamanders on their clothes. They may stumble every now and then, you know, don't be too hasty. You know how to think things through and to give everything space and balance, right? But usually it works out. Usually you know, it just kind of works out, you know what I mean? So this is a time to take care of yourself, although someone may be coming in to kind of help balance and help you expand. But they're not a foe. And you definitely have some messages coming in. But something tells me that it's good news. It's really good news. What's on the bottom of this deck? Ooh, the Three of Pentacles. The Pentacles have appeared. That's a very harmonious card, right? I like to think of it as co-creating with the divine, being in harmony with the universe and Mother Gaia, right? But this could be a new job, having people, or, you know, wherever you are, wherever you're working, whatever is getting your focus and your passion, whatever's propelling you forward, there's harmony involved either way. And I always say that as long as you're the one at the chisel, I have nothing to complain about, right? What are the extra notes for this incredible reading? Oh, geez Louise. I just want to point out that the Aries card has been sitting there looking at me this whole time. But we also have Sagittarius. And, someone is dealing with love. This is definitely involving your heart. So maybe that's another reason indeed for all the red all over the place. Maybe that's what you're offering. Whatever that looks like for you. But it's time to be brave. Right? And it's not only self-love. My notes are lifetimes, soulmate too. It's been a while and now it's time. Or it's been a minute and now it's time. Very interesting, my dear Aries. Who's a Sag? Who's a Sagittarius? What's going on here? What's up? Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I really appreciate sharing these positive vibes with you. And I appreciate the company. And always remember that I love you.